Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Diverse Depictions again. We're going to be doing some more photo editing today, so for those of you who are kind of following along, we went out the other day and we found some new species that we haven't gotten photos of before. So we're going to edit some of those photos today and hopefully get through at least like 2 or 3, kind of see how the quality came out and go from there. Afterwards, I'm probably going to be working on YouTube short because I haven't had a lot of time to do that this week so far. So I am planning on doing that. We're going to try to get that YouTube short out tomorrow. But yeah, so we'll just get started. I just want to get my playlist going here. Appreciate the lurk, freeholders. Let's see, get this rolling. Alright, hopefully that's not too loud. Alright, I'm gonna try to get through more photos hopefully this stream than I did the last one, so kind of see how that goes. So, first one that I wanted to do, if I can find it here. So I want to do one, so the new species that I got was a night heron. So that was my first time getting one. So I do want to try to edit one of those first, and I kind of want to just see which one of the ones that I took was my favorite. So I'm just going to go through those real quick and just kind of see which one I preferred. I do kind of like this one. However, I also was a fan of this. Perhaps I should start with the other one. This one is a little, I don't know. I just like the way he's like peeking out from behind the tree. I don't know if I want to start with that one or this one. I think for sure this one. At least for the first one that I edit of this. It's just a nice photo. I don't know. I like them both. Alright, we're going to start with this one. So I am going to just go through the way that I usually go through photo editing. So if you saw my last stream, you'll kind of understand what I'm doing. But the first thing I do, I just change the profile. I don't usually like the Adobe ones. I kind of like camera matching. I don't feel like we need flat. I think we might go with neutral for this one. Maybe standard. Yeah, we're gonna go with standard. Alright, so now we're gonna go back. I don't really feel like we need to denoise this photo. Usually I do the denoise option, but this one really does not have much, so I'm not even gonna waste the time with that. So we'll just go on to the next step. So, first thing we're going to do is duplicate our layer. We'll make this one the subject. And we'll go to filter, camera raw filter. And kind of go from there. Alright, so we'll start. I do want to get a little bit closer, not that close. Just want to make sure I can see it clearly. Alright, let's kind of look at our lighting. I don't want to change it too much. I'm probably going to just do like very subtle edits, nothing like super crazy or anything. I like that. I do want to lower the shadows a little bit because when I took this photo, he was actually in a tree, so he was underneath quite a bit of branches, which kind of put some shadows on his eye a little bit there. I'm gonna keep going back and forth doing this until I figure out exactly where I want it. I'm also only looking at the subject for these edits as well. We're not looking at the background yet. I don't think I'm gonna touch the color yet. Probably don't need that much texture because it is a pretty the photo is close up when I took it, and it's not really lacking all that much, so maybe just like a slight amount. Texture. Oops. I'm gonna go back up to light and lower that exposure again. I'm gonna go back down to 0.10. Let's add some sharpness. Really don't need much denoise because this photo does not have a lot of noise on it, so I feel like we're good there. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Alright, let's go on to our background now. So we're going to do the same thing, filter, camera raw filter. Alright, and now we're only looking at our background, so these edits won't actually impact our subject. We might leave that the way it is. We lower that contrast a little bit in the background. Get rid of some of the highlights in the background as well. I think we're gonna leave that similar to last time. I mean, I could try to maybe mess with like the saturation of the leaves, but I think it looks fine the way it is. I really didn't even notice the leaves when I was looking at the subject. Alright, so do you want to get rid of some of that texture in the background? Probably put it about there. Get rid of some clarity. We're gonna do noise reduction for our background. Alright, now for our subject, we're gonna select. And I do want to try to include, at least as much as possible, this kind of branch and everything as well. For now, what we'll do is we'll do that and then manually kind of add our thing. Alright, so we're gonna go 3.6 I do want to mess around with something too that I saw in a video right before this. I have no idea if I know how to do it, but I'm gonna try just to see and mess around and see what happens. Though I am no expert, so I don't know how it's gonna come out. Alright, let's do add to mask. Alright, so just open a notepad real quick. We'll just add these to our band commands here. Let's get rid of this dude. Alright. So, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was adding to the mask. So I only have it on 47. I do want to increase that. I'm going to try to do this as carefully as possible. Alright, so right now I'm just adding all of the branch to the mask, just so it has the same kind of texture as the subject. I think that one's all set. I think I'm going to increase this radius a little bit here. Probably a little bit more. Yeah, like that. Kind of get all this green here. So that's good. I feel like I grabbed most of it. I don't think I really missed anything that's like noticeable, except for these. That looks good. I don't think this part's really going to be in the photo anyway, because I'm probably going to crop it the other direction. So I probably really don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So I feel like that's fine. I think I'm gonna leave the density where it is, maybe just slightly lower it. I want to see, let me Google something real quick, because there was something that I wanted to just mess around with, but I don't know how to do it. I should probably watch a video on it. Oh, it's inside the camera raw filter. Select your layer, click the layer you want to mask in your layers panel. Click the layer you want to mask in your layers panel. Or is this is my layers panel. And then add layer mask icon. Rectangle with a circle inside at the bottom of the layers panel. A white thumbnail will appear next to your layer. Select the gradient tool. A white, where'd it go? A white thumbnail. I don't know if I did it or not. Oh, that is how they do it. Now, I don't know how, like, far they typically go, but I always see that they, like, kind of do this thing up here. I have no idea what they actually do. The center of where you want the mask to apply, drag outward. I don't know what this does though. Like, how do I edit the... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Look at the options bar. This? I might have to mess around with like some videos and stuff of this, because I'm not sure how they adjust it from here. Like lighten. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I don't know what they do from here. Would be the thing. G to access, set to radial. Look at the options bar at the top of your screen. Click the gradient icon. Select radial gradient, which is the second from the left, which I did. Ensure your foreground color is set to black. And background is white. What in the world does that mean? Draw the mask, click and hold in the center where you want the mask to apply. So I'm supposed to do that before I do the mask? How do you, let's see, how to make foreground color black and this. Press the D key on your keyboard. So I'm assuming mine are then. Actually, I think mine are opposite, aren't they? Isn't this one supposed to be black, and then this one... I'm confused. How do I swap? I think it's supposed to be like this. Oh, X would have swapped them. That would have been good to know. Okay, I don't know if I'm am I supposed to do camera raw first? Or am I supposed to go like camera raw filter? Oh, good lord. How is this helpful? Alright, I think I might watch a video on it afterwards because I really don't know what I'm looking at. Oh well, alright, we'll try that after. I'll watch some videos. For now, this will do for me. We'll just manually mess around with it the way that we usually do. I was like, because I have that mask still? That's why. It's because I had the mask. Oh, why are we on that? I think they said X switches these, right? I think this is the way I want it. Alright, then we're also going to crop this in a little bit, so I'm just going to not be afraid to kind of make it a little brighter up here. I don't know how that's going to look. Maybe just like slightly less. Alright, let's take a look at how this comes out. I might as well close this browser thing because I didn't learn anything from that. Alright, so now we're going to go crop. Let's see how that looks. Oh, this crop is taking a while. Maybe a little bit too much off of that side. Alright, we go back. Alright. I swear I do this forever. I don't want to take as much off of that. I just don't want like all this dead space like up on the give me 1 second. Alright, hold on. Alright, let's see. We gotta lock in here. I'm struggling. I don't know how I want to make this. Maybe that is just like the best like kind of spot. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I mean, I like this. I think the only other thing, and I don't know how this would look. I'm gonna go back into my camera raw filter for my subject, and I want to see if I go to like the greens, if I can add like kind of something to these. Maybe it's sometimes I think it's the yellows that, oh no, it's not the yellows. We mess with the hue a little bit. Yeah, I like that a little better because it's just a little bit better color here. I feel like the eye is really nice. Might still select it though and just mess around with it. I don't want to touch it too much because it does look pretty good the way it is. It's crazy how that screws up that whole thing. I just want to get like that little piece there. Alright, there's no hope. Alright, we're gonna go with that. Let's do curves. I don't want to mess around with it too much. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so I think that's going to be our final photo, or final edit on that one. Maybe now what we'll do, we'll go back to this. Oh shit, what did I do? Oh, I think my shit's lagging. That's what it was. Alright, so what we're gonna do. I was wondering why nothing was changing, and then I'm fairly certain what happened. Is that it was lagging, so we're gonna keep going back. I was wondering why I wasn't seeing anything. Alright, so now we're at our, so we're gonna redo. Alright, redo. Now. Wonder if it's because I have I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is it because... Oh, it's because I'm stupid. That's what it is. I still have it on lighten because I'm dumb. You know what? I also want to make this lighter. So let's do less. Oh boy. I think we're frozen again. I think we're gonna leave it like that and export. Alright, so that'll be our first night heron photo ever, actually. Alright, so we're gonna change this. Alright, so we're gonna change, or name this night heron. We'll just name it night heron. I don't have any other night heron photos right now. The only other thing that I want to do is I want to change, or not change, I want to go back. You know, I think I might do too. I might just export a copy as well without that edit in there, because I don't know how that's gonna look like when I download it on my phone. Like I might download it on my phone and it might look terrible in comparison to on here. So I'll what I'll do is I'll do Night Heron 2 and I'll just kind of see how that looks on my phone as well. Alright, so the only other thing I want to do, I want to crop and do one for my phone screen. So I usually do like a 9:16, which is just for my phone, so that when people are going through my photos on my phone, it kind of fills the phone screen. It just looks better for people that are kind of just scrolling through. That's not how I wanted that. It's gonna be hard because I had already cropped it before this too. So we may be out of luck here. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. For the phone photo. So that'll be for my phone. So we'll do export. And then we'll do export night heron phone. Save. Alright, now what I want to do, go to our next photo here. Alright, so we did our night heron. One of the other ones that I was excited about was, what was it? I think this is the one I just edited. I did really like this cormorant photo. I think we might do that one next. Alright, let's open that one up. Yeah, I do like this one a lot. That was a cool, like, little action shot. The eye came out nice and clear. I can tell we're lagging a little bit though, so I think what I'm gonna do real quick, we're just gonna give Photoshop a little reboot, clear up our memory here. Well, looks like we might be screwed. There we go. Alright, there we go. Come on. I know you can handle it. Alright, so let's open. Where's my cormorant? It was this one. Open. Alright, and then we're gonna mess around and change this off of Adobe Raw to camera matching. I am gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back, and then we'll start editing the cormorant. Alright, we're back. Let's do it. Alright, let's go through our well, I kinda wanna get more focused on the cormorant here. Alright, so that's good. So we have flat. I think I like neutral. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Not even gonna think twice about it. I will do the denoise on this one. Let that apply real quick. Alright, so let's make our subject layer. We're gonna go to filter camera raw. Alright, and then let's take a look at what we want to do here. Definitely want to add some contrast. I don't know if I want to mess with any of these. I'm just kind of seeing how it looks. I don't really love it. I think I'm going to leave that. Let's add some texture. That looks good. Add some sharpness. Alright, so now we'll go to our background. Alright, we're gonna add noise reduction. And I wanted to look to see if I could get rid of some of this green, but I don't know if the green actually... Yeah, see, I feel like it looks so much better without all that green, like, in the background. Like to that point. I mean, I guess I could also mess with the... See, I don't know, man. I don't like it. Let's see. I think think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just curious to like how much of this, I guess there's not much. Like even some of these blues, if I could ease those down a little bit. I just want like most of the focus to be on the bird, not as much on like all these other bright colors, you know. So we went minus 60, minus 43. Alright, so we're going to apply that. We're going to go back to our first one. And then I think what we're going to do is go to color mixer. We're going to, oops, not what I wanted. I'm going to go to greens and try to match that to what we just did. I forget the other one. I think it was 43. Yeah, I don't know. I like it better without all the like dark green and blue and everything. It just, I feel like it makes the bird look so much better. Alright, so we're gonna select our subject. I mean, I don't really need the seagull, but that's fine. We're gonna crop that out anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, now let's add to our mask. So I like that. I do want to zoom in a little bit and just select the eye. I didn't mean to zoom in that far, but alright, so let's get our object selection. Let's choose our eye. I feel like this one isn't as clear as the last one, but it's still not that bad. It's actually a pretty good grab on the eye. I think I might just go with that. Let's do curves. Zoom out a little bit because we don't need to be that close. I feel like that made the eye a little bit sharper now. Yeah, because like from a distance you can see like how much more the eye pops now. Alright, I think we're pretty much good with that one actually. That was pretty quick. Let's do our crop. I want to go back to this one for Instagram. Alright, so we definitely want like the splash effect in there. We gotta go back up here. Alright. This is the part that always takes me 80 years. Let's try to get like somewhat within our frame here. It's gonna be a little tricky with this ratio. Yeah, because we don't have much, because of the wingspan. I think we might leave it. Alright, so we got our crop. We're just gonna make a couple like little final adjustments, and then we'll make a copy of this as well for our phone album, so that it fills the phone screen. Alright, so ow. Alright, lighting. I don't know why I never notice. Go back. I never see it. I think we might leave it like that. Alright, let's export as Alright, so we're gonna do cormorant save. Now we need to make our phone version. So I'm gonna go back. I wanna go back until, yeah, right here. So now we're gonna crop, we're gonna do 9 by 16. Oops. God, this is such like a massive, there we go. Alright, so this one's not gonna have like the whole, I guess we could almost get the whole bird in there. I guess it doesn't matter, it's just a phone picture anyways. It's not really made for anything specific. Where's my, oh, I dragged it off the thing, didn't I? It's got to render all our filters again. I think we can probably do like maybe one more photo, and then I'll probably do start doing my YouTube short for tomorrow. Cormorant phone. Alright, so we're done with that one. We're gonna go back to smart objects and let's see what we want to do. So we're done with this. Let's see. This one was pretty cool. I did like this. This one was kind of a mess. I don't even know if I could edit it like without taking forever. But it was kind of interesting because like one of the seagulls had a fish in its mouth. It's just, it's not that clear. There's a lot of like terrible colors in here and everything too. I don't love it. I don't like the stick here either. But, and then the fact that there's another seagull behind them, like the wings. Yeah, I really just don't like it. The more I look at it. So we're not gonna do that one. We could do the gosling. I did like this one too. Maybe we'll do this one. This will probably be our last edit for the stream. Yeah, I love the way this one came out. Like, it's so clear. So I think we're gonna heavily like just focus on this guy. Yeah. Oops. So we're lagging again. Let's give Photoshop a little reboot here. Oh Alright, so we're looking at this one, open. Now we're primarily focusing on this guy here. So let's go to camera matching. I think standard will be fine. I don't feel like we have much noise. I feel like it's a very clear photo, so we're just gonna bypass that. Alright, and we're gonna duplicate our layer. Gonna do our subject layer. Let's do camera raw. And then we'll zoom in on this guy because this guy is gonna be the one that we're focusing on. I didn't even notice his leg either. His leg came out really cool. I like the texture. Actually, don't think we need. We might be overexposed a little bit, actually. We'll go there. We're gonna add some contrast. I actually really don't think we need to touch much of those. Alright, let's check out our texture. I think we're gonna go around here. So this is all good. Add some sharpness. Select, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Camera raw filter. Alright, now we're gonna go back to our guy over here. Alright, let's do this. Lower our highlights a little bit for our background. I'm gonna leave that the way it is. Let's get rid of some of the texture. Leave that the way it is. Noise reduction. Alright, and we're all set there. I'm gonna leave everything else the way it is for now. And now we'll go back to our subject layer. We're gonna select our subject, which is, we're really only gonna focus on this guy here. Alright, so what we need to do now is deselect. that's not what I wanted. I just wanted to deselect this guy up here. We can always add this back after, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Alright, and then I did want to get rid of this guy here. But it sees it all as one thing. You know what? We'll just manually do it after the fact. So what we're gonna do is do this. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna subtract. I might add some of this back in after. I just want to get it out for now. Alright. Alright, so what we're gonna do, increase the size. That looks nice. Is my nighttime mode on? I'll be pissed. I'll be damned. Oh, I think it just turned on. I was gonna say there's no way I've been editing this whole time in night mode. Alright. Okay, so let's feather. Alright, so we want this guy to be the focus. Let's select his eye and see if there's anything we can do with that as well. Let's mess around with the eye a little bit. Alright, I think we're good. I was locked in on the eye for a little bit. Alright, so feel like that's good. Alright, so we lighten that a little bit. Let's go to our crop. Do our Instagram first. Oops. Alright, let's see what we got here. Suppose we could get the... I don't know if I want the big guy in there or not, or if we want to keep it to just this little one. Oops. I didn't really focus on the other one at all though, so I kind of can't. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is just focus on this guy. I also actually want to maybe tilt this. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted to tilt it a little bit too to make it like straighter. Alright, let's see how that looks. Alright, I like that. So now what I think we're gonna do, let's go here. That's not, that's way too big. That's what I wanted. Alright, let's see. I am struggling here. Alright, so we have that. And then here we're going to go to darken. Ooh, that was actually much darker than I expected. Maybe we'll leave it. Cancel. Alright, we're gonna just export this one the way it is. I don't think I'm gonna do a phone one for this one, because I guess I will. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. I might just do that on my phone though, instead of doing it here. So we have Gosling 3, I guess, because we have a bunch of those. Alright. So we have that one. So we have all those done. I think we're gonna call it there. So we got 3 photos edited today, which was a little, I mean, only one more than yesterday, but in a little bit less time. So that is probably where I'm gonna call it. Not sure when I'll be streaming next. I know I'm gonna be editing YouTube short. We're gonna try to get that out for tomorrow in the afternoon, early evening. So just stay tuned for that. Discord as well. So if anybody does want to join the Discord, I am going to drop that. It'll give you any announcements, posts that we're going to be doing, any content, different exclusives like on here where you get to see photos before they're actually up on socials. So definitely check that out. But yeah. That's it for now, and I'll see you next time.